こんにちは、ちゃんぽんです。
レイムよ。
マリサだぜ。タングルタワー、続きをやっていくよ。
前回はフィッツの疑惑を追及したけど、ただかわいそうな感じで終わったわね。
まあ、ナイフを持ってたみたいな、物騒な話じゃなくてよかったんだぜ。そして今回はフィリックスの部屋に行くんだぜ。フィリックスにも同じように、住人の人物像を聞いていくよ。
And how long have you known him?
そんなに有力な情報はなさそうだな。
まあ本人も言ってたけど、フィットはあまり喋らないみたいね。目立った情報はそれぐらいだったな。残りはホークショーとフレイヤについてなんだぜ。
Quite the character, eh? A fellow member of the Order of the Crimson Cloak.
Is that a real thing?
No, I just meant because we both wear, you know, red capes of a sort.
Has she questioned you yet?
If you call that questioning, she seemed bored by everything I had to say. I heard on the grapevine. Supposedly Hawkshaw is searching for some rare item. Something called the Golden Beetle. Honestly, it's probably a bunch of sensationalist rubbish.
You reckon?
Quite sure. There is no treasure called the Golden Beetle.
How do you know?
Because I would have heard of it. Uncommonly skilled as an artist, but Freya was so much more than her talent. She helped me get started with my own painting, you know. It taught me what she knew about wood carving, too. Tremendous patience. She was ever so good with dear Flora.
Freya and Flora were close?
Oh, yes, especially recently.
How are you related to Freya?
Somewhat distantly, as it happens. My father, Lord Fellow, was her grandfather. Technically, that makes her a Fellow. Let's just say there was some discussion over whether she ought to carry the name at all. There's a family tree in the Grand Hall. You should take a look at it.
What about her inheritance?
Freya's parents died when she was around 3 years old. She came to live here shortly afterwards.
Nobody left her a thing?
I'm afraid not. She had no formal claim over anything at Tangle Tower.
なかなか興味深い情報だったな。
ホークショーが黄金の虫を探しているってこともそうだけど、フレイヤの事情についても少し知れたわね。家系図で見たように、血筋としては少し遠いところにいるから、多少なりとも扱いに困ったんだな。そしてフィリックスへの疑惑追及ターンなんだぜ。絵の具が気になる、か。 気になるところ、何かあったかしら？
多分あれだと思うんだよな。
So, about this paint we found in your room.
Nothing suspicious about it. I used it to paint, obviously. Totally normal thing to do.
We never said it was suspicious.
Come on then, out with it. What exactly are you accusing me of?
おい、さっきの言い方だと、なんかわかってるのか？ああ、手がかりを見せていくときに気づいたんだけどね。犯行現場にあった絵の具の瓶、違ったんだよ、一つだけ。
It's not your paint pot. Did you take it from somewhere else?
What on earth? It's definitely mine. I even have proof. Look, the lid matches the ones on all my other paint pots. End of discussion.
That's not the end of the discussion.
We need a clue to compare with Felix's red paint. Something to prove who it actually belongs to.
ほら、見比べてみればわかるよ。
うわ、ほんとだわ。
よく気づいたなおい。
Let's take a closer look at this.
ああ、こうして見るとちゃんと違いがわかるわね。
絵の具が入れ替わっていたのはいいが、これはどういうことなんだぜ？フィリックスが盗んだのか？
そういうことになると思うけど。
その辺の事情は全然わからないけど、まあ本人に聞いてみるしかないだろうね。ご丁寧に蓋まで入れ替えてるみたいだし、バレたくない何かがあるんだろう。ということで文章は、フレイヤの赤い絵の具は盗まれて、フィリックスの赤い絵の具と入れ替えられた。だがそれを隠すために、蓋が入れ替えられていた。これでいいはずだ。
Freya's red paint pot was stolen and replaced with Felix's red paint pot, but the lids were swapped to hide it.
That red paint is from Freya's supplies, not yours. Swapping the lids doesn't hide what you did.
Why are you bothering me about paint anyway? And none of this is connected to your murder.
サリーの推理パートに来たわね。
事件との関係性を推理しなきゃいけないのかな。正直そこまでわかってないけど。
でもこれはあれだろ。スピが言ってた情報にあった。瓶の中にも血液が混じっていたってやつ。あれと関係してると思うんだぜ。多分そうよね。おそらくフィリックスは赤い絵の具を何かに使うつもりで、プレイヤーのものと入れ替えたわけよね。
っていうことは、持って行った瓶は空だったってことか？なんで血液が入っていたのかはともかく、空だった瓶に、後から血液が入れられたのは間違いないんだぜ。じゃあこの文章で一番繋がりそうなのは、赤い絵の具の瓶は、フレイヤがフローラの絵を描く前に、血液でなぜかいっぱいだった。こういうことになるか。
そうでなければ、フローラの絵に血が塗られてるはずはないってことよね。
This red paint pot was somehow filled with blood before Freya used it to paint Flora.
Oh, that's definitely something. Right, fine. Here's the story. I was busy working on a project when I suddenly realized I had run out of red paint. There was a certain amount of time pressure. So I politely asked Freya if I could borrow hers. Just for a little while, you know. Perfectly reasonable request.
But she said no.
I tried to explain why I needed it, but she didn't seem to care. So, well, I took Freya's red paint pot and swapped it with my own empty one.
You went into her room?
Not my proudest moment. But it's just paint. I didn't touch anything else.
And the paint pot you left behind was definitely empty?
Quite. I have absolutely no idea how it got blood in it, if that's what you're asking.
Why were you in such a hurry to get a hold of red paint anyway?
I was trying to finish this in time for Flora's birthday. I needed red to paint the final details.
Could you not have just used a different color?
Out of the question. It had to be red and white.
If you managed to finish it, why haven't you given it to Flora yet?
Well, I decided against it in the end. After what happened, seemed a bit, insensitive.
なるほど、大体の事情は分かったわ。赤でなければダメな理由、それはインクディップだろうね。
インクディップは赤と白だもんね。フローラにあげる予定のものだったから、そこは譲れなかったんでしょうね。血液も、フィリックスが入れたわけではないっていうのは、一旦信用しておいて良さそうなんだぜ。じゃあ、今回の動画はこの辺で、ご視聴ありがとうございました。 チャンネル登録と高評価、Twitter のフォローも、ぜひよろしくね。
次回の動画をお楽しみに。
さよなら、さよなら、さよなら。